listen to the Jmaes talk show. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Jmaes Talk Show. On today's episode, we're here with Joey Collins. How are you, Joey?
Doing good, thanks, mate. You?
Good, yeah, not bad. I think I've dropped one of my cards. Yeah. Day-to-day life, how are we doing recently?
Doing good. Very tired. Been on tour the past week or so with Tom Beck. Not as glamorous as I always realised going on tour to be.
No.
It's a lot of waiting backstage and
sound checks.
You know, meal deals and it's a lot of fun. But
not many proper meals.
No,
for the past few weeks.
Although I had a really nice Korean in Manchester.
Yeah,
I had that for breakfast, which was delicious.
Favorite guitar sound?
I quite like an overdrive. A 90s kind of Smashing Pumpkins sort of tone is probably my go-to.
Would you say that you've got quite a curated set sound that you like to do for your live stuff, or would you say you like to differentiate?
Yeah, no, definitely. I've invested in one of them Fender Tone Masters.
Oh yeah.
So I've managed to save all my sets in there. So it's
you just
exactly, and it's all good to go. And before I used to have pedal boards with stomp boxes, and I spent a lot of time falling over them and tap dancing on stage. So things feel more neat now. Yeah.
You've been doing the music thing for quite a while now, then?
Yeah, probably 2015. I mean, I picked up a bass when I was 8 years old, but
haven't we all?
Yeah. Started on the bass, then realised guitar was cooler.
But it's sort of like every time you do a little bit, you learn a little as well.
Yeah.
And the logistics of things, you're like when I started playing, it was more like I didn't realise there were so many little layers to like creating what you wanted to hear.
Right.
And you're there, like when you do your
Are you self-taught as well?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Like I had a few lessons in school, but it was just tab.
Yeah.
It was never theory, and I can't read music.
Just type in what song chords are these,
right?
And then you're like, oh, I know that one.
Look at these numbers.
I don't know what that shape is, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, and I think for me it's a more fun way of creating music. I find like using my ears.
The less you know, like it's
exactly
creates more room to improvise. Where if you know theory, you're thinking about.
You're like, is this correct? Is it in the right key? Whereas we're a bit more chaotic probably in our creative process. Yeah, but it's fun.
I would say myself, but I'd say you've got quite a clean sound. Like it seems very. Who do you produce with? Like, or is it just sort of bedroom kind of?
So I've converted my garage into a little home setup.
Okay.
The Den.
The Den. Is that the official title?
I've just named that now, so we're going to call it
exclusive.
There you go. The Den. If anyone wants to book a recording session, you heard it here.
It's a good avenue.
Yeah, so I converted that like a couple of years ago. I started streaming out of there, doing Twitch, which kind of came through the pandemic.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I kind of produce a lot of it myself. Lately, I've been starting to like outsource the mixing because it's just getting too much to like. I just want to focus on
There's
recording.
There's someone who can do that.
Exactly. I'd rather
the fun bit is putting the chords and the noises in the machine, and then someone else will organise that.
I found it, in the past I have mixed a few songs, but the ones when I mix them, I'm always just like, this could be so much better.
Yeah, I'd say that's the only thing that I'd go to and think, maybe that's what I should have gone to school for. Like, I just don't know exactly. That's where you need to be more precise, is engineering.
The funny thing is, I kind of did go to school for that.
Oh, right.
I still don't feel up to
I mean, yeah, I guess it must be it is a tricky thing. Like, I mean, you probably go down a list of different specifics that make it sound correct in theory. But then you're like, right, it's not loud enough.
Then you just listen to someone else's mix.
It sounds a bit too flat, and I want it to be a bit louder there. And
I
don't know. What was the first concert that made you realise you wanted to do music, do you think?
Watching the Red Hot Chili Peppers at Slane Castle. Okay. Not in person, mind.
Not in person?
On DVD as a kid.
On DVD. I mean,
that was the reason. That was the moment I was like, I want to do that.
There was a part of me when I was a lot younger, a lot shyer, and I think as I got older, I'd just start going, actually, that does look quite fun now.
Definitely.
Like, was that more from a very early age? You were like, not shy, but you were like, no, yeah, that is.
No,
what I
to
wanna
be
do.
fair, I was well shy as a kid.
Yeah.
And music, like, kind of helped me gain confidence, and you become comfortable being uncomfortable, right, on stage.
That's what I think.
Do you know what I mean?
was having a chat with my friend Matt the other day, and he was like, your legs aren't shaking. Like, we did a gig a couple of days ago. He was like, you just kind of went into it, and there was no worry. And I was just thinking, like, but the people have paid to come to see me, and like, there's all these pressures that are surrounding it, and it's like, well, I just kind of have to do it now because I've set myself up here.
Totally, man. I feel like it's all in our heads, most of the pressure.
Yeah.
Because I find it with headline gigs, I'd feel it more. Then I'm like, shit, people have paid.
Yeah.
And like, I've got to bring my absolute,
I've been doing support stuff recently.
But then on the support stuff, I've just been excited.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm
like,
more happy when I'm doing
still want to smash it and go out and do well, but the whole like element of, is anyone going to turn up tonight?
Oh, it's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
How was that on tour? Like, was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was busy.
Quite a draw?
Yeah, it was good.
Different
good draw.
from usual kind of crowd.
Yeah, totally different. And yeah, they seemed to be encouraging afterwards. Spoke to some people.
I love that when people
always,
come up to you and like, I like your set.
The validation was like, oh my god, they like it. Someone liked it.
Yeah, it makes it worth traveling a bit.
Yeah, no, 100%. As you know, like, audiences can make or break a show.
You gotta go in and just take a room that is relatively quiet and empty. They turn off the music, and then it's just you. And
they're looking at you like,
let's go.
Okay, let's go. When's the headline act going on?
Yeah. Some people are just like.
We did have that again in this venue that we won't mention, where it was like 12 people watching our set, and then out of nowhere the whole room just filled up.
Oh,
Tapping the lamp, just filled up, and like, I think we were all thinking, was it us?
Because sometimes people do show up early, and they're like, oh, I'm glad I did come, because like I wouldn't have thought to come because I was only here for this act.
Yeah, to be fair, there's some gigs where like I've booked and you don't even find out support until you get there.
I've been quite lucky. I work with people that I like quite close with, which I'd say you're really lucky to have gone on quite a vast tour here. Like, what locations did you go to? Is it?
Birmingham, Birkenhead, not to be mistaken with Liverpool, I found out.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Close-ish.
Very close.
All right.
Went back to Notts, which was nice, the Bodega, and then Manchester last Friday.
Nice.
Oh, my arms. Oh, yeah. How's you doing?
How you doing, fingers?
I'm okay. I still can't feel my arms.
Oh, yeah?
I just got back off my tour with Nickelback.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'll tell you. Not my first time getting thrown off a bus.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've been thrown off a bus, Joey, on your tour?
No, I don't think we even had a bus.
Oh. It was a car.
It was my car, yeah. Glamorous.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, at least you had a bus to get thrown off.
Yeah. How was touring for you, son?
It was good, yeah. No violence or anything like that.
It's always a good sign.
Yeah. Can't relate.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's your name? Joey?
That's
Joey?
right, Joey.
Yeah. You're just like my cousin's name, or my son's cousins, uncles, brothers, dog, or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
One of them relatives, isn't it?
But hey, how was it? How was it really?
It was a good time.
It was a good time. Good time.
How much free booze did you get?
We got a lot, but as I say, I was driving, so unfortunately, I couldn't really drink.
Hey.
Yeah.
Cowards move, man. That's how I did it.
What'd you say?
Whole time. That's why I can't feel my arms.
I know.
What'd you say then? 5 and drive, or?
Yeah. You're a big drink driver, aren't you?
Okay.
Fingers?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they kicked you off the bus, I heard.
I got it from my cousin.
Was he driving the bus?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. This time I stole some booze. I was representing Ray Charles, I think. Yeah.
Ray Charles?
Oh, way back.
Yeah, I snuck a few from him from his room.
How old are you, mate, if you don't mind me asking?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
You don't want to know. But Ray Charles, he couldn't even see him coming. I was just stacking them up down my throat.
Yeah.
That's messed up, Fingers.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. That's very rude.
I think he wants some booze.
Yeah.
Thatchers I'd like.
We don't have any Thatchers today, fingers. Oh.
We could get one later.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I'll buy. As long as there's no trouble.
Yeah, we can't get into any fights.
Fuck you, Jmaes. Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Jmaes.
Who the fuck are you?
This is my show.
I spit on you. But
You did this yesterday.
this is rock and roll.
No, this is just rude.
Look, all right. All the best. Love to your familia, Joey. Whatever. Bada bing. Fuck it. Fuck it.
All right. So what's the worst overnight stay in a city you've played in, or maybe even best night that you've had?
Well, the only night was Manchester because I drove back. I was trying to do it on a budget.
Yeah.
So
Where did you stay in Manchester?
Premier Inn.
Premier Inn.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like
It's cool,
it's
man.
actually-
You can't beat a Premier Inn.
you got one of those ones where like the door is where you open the bathroom door and it closes as like the living area door.
Oh no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
It was
fancy.
really weird. I've never been in one since.
Okay.
I was like,
Maybe that was a one-off.
I just like did this weird turn and it like closed off one room or closed the bathroom.
Nice.
You got to see quite a bit of the city from the window or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I saw. I don't know what road it was. I'm not too clued up on it, but there was just
Manchester road,
some scenic main road going.
It's a huge city. Like I've only been a couple of times. I was up there in June or July. I think June probably, but yeah, really huge, like vast. Like it shocks you. Like you're almost
I
whoa.
don't know my way around at all.
Mm.
Whereas London, I've got a bit more of an idea, like where to go and
You've
stuff.
been there a few times.
What, London?
Yeah.
I used to live there for university. So
what uni did you go to?
I went to Middlesex, in North London.
For music production.
Music, yeah.
That's where you learn your
It's called
mastery.
popular music.
You what? The
It's called
course?
popular music.
What did you learn in popular music?
Not an awful lot, if I'm being totally honest.
What did it start with? Like,
so we did. What did we do? So we did production. We did music business, songwriting, history of popular music, bit of theory, which was my least favourite. Just a few bits and bobs.
Do you still know anyone from back then?
Yeah. Still in touch with a few people.
Like doing stuff with them, or not really? Like
none of them are doing music now. To be fair,
it's a hard game.
Yeah. I'm still trying my best.
Yeah, I think you're doing great, man. Like the stuff is sounding amazing, and it's. Is there anything you want to particularly promote while you're on the show?
I guess I'm going to be releasing my second album at some point.
What's that called? Are we top secret?
I can give you an exclusive.
An exclusive, another one. Let's go.
Yeah, it's going to be called "Is This What We're Living For?"
Is this what we're living for? Question mark.
The question mark.
Is the question mark in the title?
It is.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think we need to bring question marks back. There's not enough question marks.
I think maybe every album I release is now
another question. What's up with all the questions, Joey?
Just
and the last one,
questions
just
and
like
answers.
your last album could be called Answer.
There we go.
There you go. Give you an idea there.
We'll have to do that now.
Yeah. Like Ed Sheeran, where he does all the math stuff.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. You're not a big Ed Sheeran fan.
Nah, I mean nothing against him personally. Just
I think it's very easy to hate Ed because it's like it's very simple music, but it's working really well to the point that he's like a billionaire. So I think a lot of musicians see that and think, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think with me, I kind of liked his first album. Was it Plus? But like I like his journey. Like,
it works for him.
It's a admirable journey.
Oh yeah, you know the busket.
Buskin to billionaire. Yeah.
Busket to billionaire. Is that his book name?
Buskin to billionaire. I don't know, but if he
the Ed Sheeran story. Is that an ambition that you have, like to be a role model to people?
I've never thought about it that way, really. I mean, I obviously want to make a good impression. I don't want to be a bad role model. If anyone is out there,
it's not like what you're going out to achieve, but
yeah, it's just as basic as enjoying music and trying to put on a good show and and being a nice person along the way.
Yeah, like there's generally just having common sense and being like not a dickhead. I just try and think about that a lot because I've realized like when I was younger and I'd see people go from nothing to a lot, and they would be genuinely good people. That made me want to do music a lot more. And then I'm seeing that now, like every little bit where people are seeing me a little bit more. It's like I need to be conscious of not being like a dreadful person. Like it's something in the back of your head where you're just like, I need to promote this in the most like image, isn't it? You got to maintain. Yeah. That's probably the hardest part of it. Is like keeping a very consistent image so people can sort of rely on.
Yeah, it's remembering your roots and like why you did it in the first place, and that kind of translates to when I'm recording, because when you first picked up an instrument, you just thought it was extremely fun and you didn't think too much maybe about the outcome.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like sometimes I catch myself sitting in the studio, like, you know, beating myself up over what direction to take a song in, and it doesn't have to be that deep.
Yeah, like take a step. I think that's a great part of writing songs, is that you got to step back sometimes and like reassess. We talked about this on the show when we first started it, like not pushing yourself too hard, but like you got to keep momentum, but like you need this room to let things recompost.
Totally.
Like grow, let new things grow out of it, and keep your head on straight, you know, that kind of thing is very important to people.
And there's so many songs that are just kind of sitting in digital dust for me, where I've just not been able to finish them, and hopefully one day I'll.
There is a bad end of that where you maybe take too much time and you're like, oh, I've lost that momentum for that.
Yeah, that's
thing.
true.
It's quite annoying.
Do you find it with your songwriting that the best songs are the ones that just spontaneously?
It's a nice mix, because I'll probably have a song that we've put a video out for recently called Bad Line. I had that song in the pandemic, I think, back in 2020. Sat on it for like 2 years, because I think I had the chorus, but I was like, what is this song about? You know, like I couldn't quite find the grounding for like this, the theme. Is there do you have it, like, is that how deep it goes for you, or is there any different kind of thought process?
Most of my songwriting's quite self-reflective sort of approach.
What's happening now kind of thing.
Yeah, and the way I started writing was to deal with like mental health issues that I was struggling with, and there was like this weird time I thought, oh shit, if I release this, people are then going to be aware
of where you're at.
And then also it's like some of them songs from, you know, years ago, I'm obviously in a totally different place to that now.
Yeah.
But it's still...
I think people can grasp that a lot of the time. I think that's what you kind of... I wouldn't say from my own personal experience, because like I made that realization where a lot of my music is a lot more grounded in storytelling, not so matter of fact of my own life.
Yeah.
But it's very admirable that you have quite, you know, from there kind of music, I'd say, and for that to be let out, people can sort of see that, like, as you grow as an artist, they know that that's a part of your life there, and you're in a new place. And I think it's quite biographical. What's the word?
I don't know.
Biographical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one. Yeah.
Would you agree? Like, sort of.
It is, it is, yeah. And then it got to a point where I was like, oh fuck, I'm sick of writing bleak songs about trying to find oneself. So yeah, I think some of the newer stuff I'm working on is a bit more like you say, doesn't have to be me as the character in the song.
Yeah, you can kind of draw it from a situation.
Social commentary, or it could be, you know, songs about other people.
You big on anthem songs?
Anthems?
Yeah.
Like stadium anthems?
I saw that you're a big fan of Wonder Horse.
Yeah, I do like Wonder Horse.
I feel like they've got the best anthem music at the minute. Like they've just got these big charging tracks that like go so hard, and they've got great overdrive and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. I love Wonder Horse.
Would you say you take a lot of inspiration from their new work? Or?
I wouldn't say directly with my own music. I mean, as a listener, I love them.
That's what you.
Yeah, anthemic. For some reason, I'm just thinking Creed.
Yeah.
Because there's a Spotify album that's called Stadium Anthems.
Yeah.
By Creed.
Hell yeah.
And I remember just like, I can't remember where I was going or coming from, and I had it on. I was just like, yeah, this is it. This is the peak of music right now.
Because it just, I find with anthems like that, it just gets you in a certain energy.
Charged.
Yeah, and I think I'm channeling more of that with music at the minute. Would you say you're doing the same kind of when you say you're not trying to go from your own, but more
Yeah,
outside things. It's
like
more
tap into different
just some
sources.
sort of a good tune, but there's like less heavy material on top of the tune, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Is there any particular track you want to play for us today?
I think I'm gonna play an old song of mine.
Okay.
Called "Bukowski, Are You There?"
Oh, nice.
Which is a short song, but yeah, I'd like to play that.
All right. Well, this has been Joey Collins on the Jmaes Talk Show. If we give him a hand, let's go. Yeah.
Thanks for having me, man.
That's so good.
This song's called "Bukowski, Are You There?" I can't turn back on myself or live in my head. I'm lonely these days, I don't like it that way. I don't like it that way. I'm asking Bukowski for all of the answers. You should see my bookshelf, it's full of self-help. So is it just me who feels this way? Who's scared of living in this dream?